The Morrison house stood at the end of a quiet street, its white paint peeling in places, but its windows glimmered with the warmth of family memories. Inside, Grandmother Helen moved slowly through the rooms, her hands smoothing the worn tablecloth in the dining room as if trying to iron out the wrinkles of her family's tangled history. David, the eldest, arrived one crisp autumn evening. His polished shoes clacked against the wooden floor, a stark contrast to the familiar creak of the house. He hugged Helen tightly, but the tension in his shoulders betrayed him. "David," Helen whispered, resting her hand on his cheek. "It's been too long." "I know, Grandma," he replied, forcing a smile. "I should have come sooner." Claire, standing in the kitchen, folded her arms. Her eyes, usually soft with kindness, flickered with something sharper, a mix of relief and irritation. "You left us all these years, David, and now you're back. With what? Another story to hide?" David flinched. "I didn't come back to fight, Claire." Michael, the youngest, leaned against the doorway, earbuds dangling around his neck. "Can we not start the welcome home speech with an argument? It's a little dramatic." Helen sighed, but didn't interrupt. She had seen these patterns before, the way her children circled each other like wary dancers, moving between love and resentment, forgiveness and hurt. The first week was a fragile dance. They tried to celebrate simple moments. A dinner, a walk through the backyard, Claire's freshly baked bread. But under every laugh was a tension, a question left unspoken. David's secret debt, the reason he had returned, weighed on him like a storm cloud. He avoided the topic, but Claire's suspicion grew daily. One evening, as the wind rattled the windows, Claire confronted him. "David, what's really going on?" Her voice was quiet but edged with steel. "We can feel it. You didn't come back just for a visit." David's eyes dropped to the floor. I've gotten myself into trouble, financial trouble. I didn't want to burden anyone. I thought I could fix it alone." Claire's eyes filled with tears. "You always try to carry everything alone. That's not what family is for." Michael, usually flippant, softened. "We're here for you, David. Whatever it is, we're still a family." Helen, sitting in her favorite chair, watched silently. Her heart ached at the vulnerability of her children, their pride clashing with love. Days turned into weeks. They worked together on small projects around the house, the leaky roof, the wild backyard, organizing old family albums. In the quiet of these moments, laughter returned, soft and genuine. Michael began understanding his grandmother's ways, learning the wisdom hidden in her stories of the past. Claire and David found small moments of connection, a shared joke, a memory, a glance of understanding. Then winter arrived with icy fingers. One morning, Helen did not come to breakfast. Panic surged through the household. She had fallen, and the hospital's fluorescent lights felt cold and unfamiliar compared to the warmth of the Morrison home. In the hospital room, David held her hand, Claire brushing a stray hair from her face, Michael standing protectively at her side. Helen's voice, frail but steady, broke the silence. Life is messy, she whispered. But love is the thread. Don't let pride or anger pull it apart. Forgive, always forgive. Tears streamed down their faces, and for the first time in years they allowed themselves to lean on each other fully. They shared stories, regrets, laughter, and silence. In that fragile room, the family healed. Not entirely, but enough. Months later, back in the old house, spring arrived. The backyard was a riot of colors. Tulips, daffodils, and the stubborn wildflowers Helen loved. The Morrison family gathered at the table, their shadows dancing in the late afternoon sunlight. David smiled, looking at his siblings. I don't want to leave again. Not like that. Claire reached across the table, squeezing his hand. We'll make it work. Together. Michael leaned back, a grin tugging at his face. Finally, a family that acts like a family. Helen watched them, her heart full. Imperfect, messy, sometimes broken, but theirs. The house creaked around them, the backyard swayed in the wind, and the seasons changed as they always did. But love, forgiveness, and togetherness remained, the threads holding them through all the storms. The Morrison family sat together, a bittersweet harmony of past mistakes and present hope, ready to face the seasons of life, together.